Clinton's a very interesting neighborhood. It used to be known as Hell's Kitchen, and it's a place where immigrants are used to coming. Irish, Italian immigrants came here in the early 20s and before, and it's a lot of those people are still here. A lot of the senior citizens are still here from that time. Around Clinton, there are areas or enclaves where people still can get reasonable rents. But Clinton at the present time now is home to immigrants again. It's just been a turnover. So where we had the Italians and the Irish years ago, we now have Spanish, and we're seeing a lot more African Americans in the neighborhood. And some West African families are coming in here now. So this area tends to be one of the last areas in New York City that hasn't been totally gentrified. To the north of us, 59th Street, Columbus Circle, the Upper West Side. Of course, the theater district and the business district to our direct east. To our south is Chelsea, another area where there's been some gentrification and a lot of development. So this area has constantly come under siege, so to speak, from the pressure of those three areas. Landlords are really disinvesting in the buildings and trying to push the tenants out. Our fight is to allow people to continue to live in low-income housing, and it's important for us, we feel, to prevent homelessness before it happens. Housing Conservation Coordinators is a 22-year-old community-based organization, and our major mission is homelessness prevention.
The main way that HCC helps clients when they come in with problems is we attempt to organize all of the tenants in the building where someone lives under the theory that 20 or 30 tenants in a building working together to pressure their landlord to do work is more effective than one person. In an initial meeting, we would find out what the main problems are in a building and lay out options for the tenants on how they can get the necessary work done in their apartments. And then these options would include meeting with their landlord and negotiating a repair schedule, or going on a rent strike where tenants would withhold their rent in order to pressure the landlord to do work. Or there's a court action called an HP action where we can go to court and force an owner to make repairs in an apartment. And we do dozens, if not hundreds, of these court proceedings every year.
We've worked with just about every building in this neighborhood. There's about 1,200 apartment buildings, and we've worked with over 90% of them over the years.
There were many problems with landlords harassing people and forcing people to move. That stopped once HCC moved into the neighborhood. Being without heat and hot water was bad enough, but we've had some tenants that have been without water at all for 3 winters in a row, and they have children. I hear the baby crying. I can hear her now. I hear the one child who grew up without water.